Valorant's next agent is less than a week away from being revealed, and there's actually a lot of information we have about what they'll bring to the game, both from official sources as well as leaks that I'll cover at the end of the video. To start things off, the first hint we got about the new agent was from this player card in the battle pass called Death Trap. Now if you zoom in on the left here, you can see an 8 on the side, which initially a lot of people, including myself, thought meant that this was going to be the elusive Agent 8. However, since then there's been nothing else to suggest that this is the case, and so at this point I'm honestly ready to believe that the 8 in this card is just a coincidence. Regardless of that, this teaser should give us a rough idea of the new agent's color scheme, so it seems like a lot of their outfit will be white with hints of blue and yellow, and to me it seems like they'll fit sort of a futuristic vibe and maybe have some tech involved in their appearance or abilities. Also, specifically in the blue part, you can see what almost looks like a spider's web or wires, but I'll touch more on that idea of there being wires later. Beyond that play card, there's more lore we've gotten in-game. Firstly is this email from Jets. In it you can see that there were Kingdom employees specifically talking about Norway. On top of that email, we also have the night market background, because if you weren't already aware, the night market will often tease things happening soon in-game, whether it be new agents, new maps, or even new skin bundles. In this case, the latest night market background is of the Northern Lights, which I know can be seen from a lot of countries, but one of those is Norway, which obviously is becoming a common theme here. There's even another email in-game, once again involving Kingdom and visiting colder climates. This brings us to the second teaser image, which is one we got straight from the devs themselves, and it seems to depict a person working to put together some sort of gadgets. One thing to note in this image is the food on the left. A lot of people saw the food and said that it probably meant they were Norwegian. Personally, I'm not too familiar with this food or Norwegian culture, but I'm sure some of you watching can add some sort of confirmation here. In the video we got from the devs where they showed this teaser, they confirmed this new agent will be a sentinel, and also mentioned that they will be able to
stop you dead in your tracks and pull you in for a closer look.
So based off that alone, it sounds like some of their utility will be able to stun you and then drag you to another location, sort of like Astra. Another thing worth touching on is the codename for this agent, which should be Smokedancer. Sometimes that'll give us a good hint towards what the agent will be able to do. For example, Neon's codename was Sprinter, and yeah, she runs fast. So because of that, some people are theorizing that Smokedancer means this new agent will have an ability that can somehow disrupt smokes, maybe making them disappear faster or disappear entirely, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. Also, people always get the codenames confused, so just to avoid people arguing in the comments, Harbor's codename is Mage, and Gecko's codename is Agrobot. This means that the only codenames that haven't been released into agents yet are Smokedancer, Cashew, and Sequoia, and it seems most likely that this agent will be Smokedancer. Now there's planned to be an exclusive preview for this agent at the grand final of Masters Tokyo, however due to some recent leaks, there is a chance that we'll get some sort of official reveal before then. Speaking of those leaks, I'll be covering those now, so if you don't want to hear about that, now's your chance to stop watching the video. Firstly, we have this image that I saw from Valorant Leaks and News on Twitter. It's not exactly high quality, but you can make out a face that appears to be a woman, and a lot of people believe that this is our new agent. On top of that, we have this tweet from Chows, who is a reliable source when it comes to leaks like this, as he had a lot of information and images about Fade before she released. So he gave us this cryptic tweet detailing some things about the new agent. Firstly, she'll probably have silver and gold hair. The next line mentions 4 unique moles, which is probably just to do with her appearance, but if we go back to this email from Jet, she specifically mentions something about rad or 4, so maybe there's a connection there. Finally, there is a line about a mechanical hand, so the new agent will probably have a prosthetic of some sort, and that piece of information might tie back to this dossier, which could previously be found in-game. We learned that someone lost their hand, and I'd like to imagine that this is our new agent, or there is always a chance that it's just 2 separate mysterious individuals being introduced to us at the same time, both having a missing hand. Who knows? Second of all though, if we go back to this teaser, you'll notice that one of the arms of this character is hidden in the shadows. Some people think that this is to avoid showing the mechanical hand, which would make sense, but I'm wondering if this image actually shows someone making the mechanical hand for our new agent, and maybe it's not actually the agent herself. So if we put together all the official teasers and lore together with some of the leaks, we can get a pretty good idea of roughly what the new character will bring to Valorant. Firstly, there'll be a female agent with silver and or gold hair, and one of her key traits will be having a mechanical hand, which ties into the futuristic or tech vibe we got from the player card. She's probably going to be from Norway, and so she'll have a lot in common with Breach, since they're both Scandinavian with mechanical limbs, so it'll be interesting to see what their interactions are like in-game. She's also confirmed to be a sentinel, and we know that sentinels are agents designed to reinforce areas of the map that your team already has, whether that be locking down the side on defense or restricting the flank on attack. With that in mind, plus the description given to us by the developers, I imagine that the new agent will have some sort of trap that will stun you if you get detected by it. On top of that, her mechanical hand could be how she pulls you in for a closer look, and in this image we can see some sort of wire here, so I'm guessing that'll be used for whatever ability pulls you in. If we assume that Smokedancer is a very spot on codename, another one of her abilities could be somehow to counter an enemy smoke, whether that be through entirely removing them, or maybe just making a small gap or window in them. Apart from that one stunning trap I talked about, I doubt that this new agent will have much utility to passively gain information, since we already have Chamber, Cypher, and Killjoy who all do that. Instead, it would make more sense for her to be more like Sage, since at the moment she's the only Sentinel without a piece of utility you can just put down to directly alert you if someone comes past. So that's my theory on the new agent based on all the information we have so far. But of course, I'd love to hear what you guys think as well, so let me know what you think the new agent will do, or any other guesses you have about their character.